Hey everyone, it's Aware One here. I wanted to get on here real quick today and talk about our personal power and how we use our energy and how a lot of these power structures that we hold in high esteem and we think that they're all powerful. They're not. And half of what they do is they convince you that they have that power and you just give it we all give it to them. We put them on a pedestal and think that they're all powerful when they're not. And that's part of the trick. That's part of the sorcery. That's part of the mind game. That's part of how they keep their power. Just look at our economy. Look at what the Fed's doing. Look at these power structures around the world, from countries like France that had riots to what's going on in Hong Kong with the Chinese. Us people, the billions of us that exist, give them the power that they have. With our perception, with us choosing to follow them or believing what they say is true and valid all the time. And what I'm trying to get across to everybody is we are all people. We are all on a flat playing level. There's nobody better than anybody else. We're all here in this reality, on this planet, in this dimension, and nobody's better than anybody. I don't even care if you want to get way out in the woo and say there's aliens and all this crap. Whatever it is, they were born into that life that they're in, into this reality, and they have to try and figure out how to survive and move forward through it. And even if they have a special ability or any of this crap, they're not better than anybody else. They are who they are, just as we all are. And what really matters is our conscious attention, awareness, and perception in the world. Again, I work from the standpoint that everything is manifesting all the time, second by second by second by second. Nothing is for certain in the future. It's all dependent upon our energies and how we all collectively direct where we're going. So each of us has a lot more power in this system than we give ourselves credit for, but we leak it out and we project it onto these power structures as if they can save us from something, or they know the answers to how we operate in this reality, or any of this crap. Even gurus, all this, nobody is really anybody better than anybody else or knows more of what's going to happen more than anybody else. I don't even care if you're a king and you know tomorrow we're going to attack this people over here, any of this crap. You don't know that in the middle of the night there's not going to be a freaking asteroid that hits the earth and just messes up your plans. You don't know that. Nobody does. So with, like, you hear about stuff going on with the Fed and they're trying to act like they can control stuff and they know what's going on. We're in the background. They're freaking out. All the governments, all these big organizations, they're not omnipotent. They don't know the future. They're reactionary bodies, and they're slower to react than individuals because they have to go through a process. Even if you're communist like China, there's still a process and people to debate shit. All right. Do not think all these. Think about the Illuminati and like, people like this. Oh, it's bad. You thinking that they are the ones controlling all that gives them that power. You're giving them that power by thinking that they have that much influence. The source they've mesmerized you. Their sorcery is the propaganda of making you all think that they have that much power, and because you all believe it and point it out and reinforce it by saying, "Look at them! They put that there. They're everywhere." You are manifesting the world where that is the truth. If you want them to go away, stop paying attention to them. Manifest a perception of the world where they don't exist. And this goes for anything. We all have to take our personal power, our energy, our conscious creative energy, and start focusing on the things we want instead of the things that we don't want. I knew Trump was going to get elected because everybody was talking about Donald Trump. I don't care if you want to get into the politics of it, Democrats, Republicans, deep state, all this bullshit. All the news channels talked about Trump. Hillary Clinton talked about, everybody talked about Trump. Trump got elected. What manifests is where energy is focused. So start taking back your personal perceptive powers, and do not put all these larger organizations, governments, banks, whatever, on a pedestal and expect for them to save you. That's part of the Christian mentality that I don't like. You're looking for a savior. No, we're all here to survive in our lives. Nobody's going to save us. So start realizing that all these people that project their greatness upon you, it's usually they're just trying to mask their inner fear. The fear that we all feel with, like, man, we don't know how any of this exists. We don't know how we wake up in the same reality, and nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow. So we're all just going at it. We're all people that have been affected and traumatized by our past experiences. Like, we all have PTSD due to life, all right? Life is not easy in this reality, but that's part of the gig. That's why we're here, to experience the dualistic nature of this reality. But take back your personal power and stop giving all these institutions and higher authorities more than they deserve, because they don't deserve it. We're all people. We're all people. That's your crypto awareness for today. Take back your personal power. Again, there's no judgment. Awareness. It's not about what you do. It's about being aware of what you do. No judgment in that. If you are being an abusive person, and that's what you learned because you were abused when you were a kid, and at this moment you come to the awareness that I'm doing something and it's harming another person. I'm aware now that what I'm doing is not good to that person. I can remember back to how I was when I was a kid, potentially, and remember that I did not enjoy that. Now I'm aware. This is what's going on. Do I want to keep doing it? You can keep doing it. Don't do it around me. I might have something to say about it. But if you're doing that aware and consciously and you want to keep doing it, okay, but don't complain when the world gives you your karma for it, because everything happens. Everything that we do generates something that will come and manifest later in our future. So do what you do with conscious awareness, which includes being aware of the possible ramifications or consequences or what this might turn into in the future. Do it aware, and then when that thing comes, you can't complain because you understand, oh, this is part of my creation. It's what's the next thing for me to learn to deal with and go forward with. So then you, again, operate from awareness in that moment. The point is to be aware of your actions, and over the long span, you will eventually start making better choices for yourself because you are more aware of how these choices will come back around to you. And today, the main point of this video was to help bring more awareness to the fact that these greater power structures and people that we put on pedestals, actors, government officials, royalty, all this stuff, even our bosses, we've been trained to put people in the hierarchy and stuff like that. But we are all on a level playing field. We're all people that have a unique experience in this wonderful plane of existence that nobody else can share because it's been from our unique perspective since birth. That's why we're never going to see the same thing as anybody else, exactly the same thing. And we're all just trying to understand what everybody else is seeing and agree on something. So just because you've been told somebody's got it figured out or they're important or all this stuff does not mean you have to grant them greater, like they're greater than you. They're not. They're doing them. You do you. Take back your personal power and start choosing where you're directing it. If you want to consciously direct your energy towards this movement or that movement, okay. But just realize that you're playing the game of duality. and that's creating sides, and it's gonna have a backlash. The roller coaster is the infinity sign, all right? Again, that's your crypto awareness for today. The world's changing. Inner peace, people. Better find some.